Walter had his first contact with the gospel when he was young, but he did not persevere in his walk of faith. In 1983, the Argentinian man had a work-related accident, which left him disabled.
I had an accident when I was 19, and after that I made a lot of bad decisions. When I was serving in the military, I got shot in the mouth and also in my arm. And from that moment on, I thought that I couldn't continue to be the same person, as I could die at any given moment. So I made a decision that was worse than the one I'd made before. I started to use drugs, I quit college, I began hanging out with bad company and the alcohol, and all of that was because I believe I could die at any moment and all I wanted to do was to have fun.
In 2011, when his mother died, Walter tried to kill himself.
I went through a period of depression and I had a relapse, which was the worst one. And then I started using all kinds of drugs, alcohol, in addition to the suicide attempts, 2 suicide attempts. But thanks be to God, I also went through a therapeutic treatment. I was almost institutionalized because of the suicide attempts.
And at that time, when he came to my office, he was 48 years old. That was 7 years ago. He got here in very serious condition. He was taking medication. At that time, his meds were antidepressants and anxiolytics. Walter's diagnosis at that moment was a reactive depression. As a patient, Walter suffered from chronic stress due to all these situations he was facing.
In 2016, Walter watched the Faith Show and visited the Grace of God International Church in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
I was seeking God. I knew I wouldn't be able to do it alone, so I sought Him. I went through the desert, as they say, right? I say that it's like a tsunami we go through, as if it were a hurricane, and there's no way out. Like when there's a whirlwind of bad things, you want to get out, but you can't. At night, I would listen to Dr. Soares and to Pastor Anselmo. I listened to both. So I went to the Grace of God International Church, and what really called my attention the most was the love. And the first time I went there, Pastor Gilfranci was there. I was able to meet him, and he was very friendly. He welcomed me, and he also listened to me.
When Walter came to the church, he had problems with drugs, right? And he wanted to come out of this life, So we ministered the word to him in the book of John 8:32. And the verse says, "You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free." And he took possession of the blessing, right? And he was free of this addiction.
My life began to be restored. This restoration started first inside, and then it started to reflect around me.
Faith was a determining factor for Walter. His faith was very important, and even his faith during the treatment. We were able to solve his family problems, his social and work problems. He is perfectly well now. From 1 to 10, Walter is a 10 for sure.
Thanks be to God, he was set free from this addiction. He overcame it.
I could not. Well, I think I could never have done it without him. He's the one who gave me strength. He's the one who gave me freedom. And he's the one who gave me life again. Today I have my family restored.
Since 2018, Walter has been set free. Deeply touched, he opens his heart.
I never imagined myself like this. And today, I thank the Lord for that. The most important thing to me is to be able to give this testimony so that other people may hear it and that many young people may come near and may find the freedom that I found in the Lord. My reunion with Jesus happened through the TV show. That's why I thank all the sponsors and all those who contribute with all of this. Those who edit the shows, the pastors, right? And this entire ministry, and all the people who work for the Lord.
This was so wonderful, wasn't it, folks? But someone asked, why should we preach in other countries? Because there are people like us who need to hear it.